Good to be with you here on the authoritative, bold and trusted bulletin in the region, Maisha Prime News. We focus to explain rather than state, elaborate rather than mentioning. Tonight, we have got a lot lined up for you from politics, education, news, what is happening in the business sector. Stay tuned as I seek to inform and also educate you on matters going on. But first, here are the top stories. Tonight,
We don't want to litigate our matter in the public court because there's a court of law, the Supreme Court, that is the theater of litigation. So I think let us restrict ourselves to today's activity, which is filing our responses.
President-elect William Ruto unveils a team of 54 lawyers and 5 technical members who will handle his presidential election petition at the Supreme Court. Also tonight,
chenye jilifailiwa na Moses Kuria, hiyo ndio tunapinga na tumefile objection kwa hiyo kesi. Tulipata stakabadhi kutoka mahakama. Kama mnakumbuka, tulikuwa hapa on Monday wakati tulileta hapa kesi yetu. Sasa leo tumeleta kitu inaitwa submissions, ambayo ni tumechukua zile.
Azimio asked Supreme Court to dismiss Moses Kuria's petition on presidential election. Plus,
those who are shouting that capitation.
Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha allays fears over the scrapping of the competency-based curriculum CBC should President-elect William Ruto be sworn in as the 5th president. All right, welcome. My name is Bushabi Jr. Zmiola Umoja One Kenya presidential candidate Raila Odinga has denied threatening the courts over the pending presidential results petition of the Supreme Court of Kenya. Raila was speaking at Huisero, Kakamega County, while campaigning for the Kakamega gubernatorial candidate Fernandez Baraza. Governor elections in Kakamega and Mombasa have been scheduled for Monday next week after being postponed. Millicent Makoha compiled the following report.
Azimio la Umoja One Kenya presidential candidate Raila Odinga arrived at Huisero and Matungu in Kakamega County.
Nimerudi tena, nimerudi nyumbani. Kwanza nataka kutoa shukrani kwenu nyinyi. Mlifanya mimi mwenyewe nikalia vile mlinipiga mimi kura. Nikamwambia watu, angalia watu wa nyumbani wanipiga kura mimi, na hiyo ilinyesha vizuri sana. 30 na ngapi? Sio? Nataka mjue hiyo kura yenu mlipiga haikuenda bure. Haikuenda bure. Tunaona mimi nimesimama imara. Sina wasiwasi. Sina wasiwasi. Ukinajua tulishinda. Tulishinda. Bwana Chebukati amefanya maneno ya ajabu, amefanya maneno ya aibu, aibu kubwa, aibu kubwa. Amukona yeye anaenda peke yake, wako makomishina 7, wasita wote wako na yeye, ameenda peke yake.
To drum up support for the party's Kakamega gubernatorial candidate Fernandez Barasa.
Sasa mimi nataka nyinyi hapa siku ya Jumatatu mthibitishe pia ya kwamba ushindi ni wetu hapa, wakijitokeza kupiga kura kwa huyu ndugu yangu Fernandez. Hapana, anaita Fernandez Odinga Barasa. Nasikia na hiyo Fernandez Odinga Barasa. Ile Odinga yake ndio Odinga yangu. Nasikia hiyo? Mimi nataka mpigie kura kwa fujo kabisa, mthibitishe kwamba yeye ni wetu. Sawa sawa.
The Azimio la Umoja presidential candidate was accompanied by outgoing Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya.
Tumerudisha hapa na nyinyi mchunge huyu Barasa, yeye ni mtoto yetu, mnajua hiyo. Sasa sisi tulikuwa tuko hapa tunatafuta kura ya baba na wengine huko wanapanga kuiba kura. Tarehe 5 watajua inji hii inaenda wapi.
The Azimio la Umoja leaders on a charm offensive on Kakamega requested residents to come out in large numbers on Monday, August 29th to vote for Fernandez Barasa as the governor of Kakamega County.
Na mimi nataka kuambia msimame na mbunge wenu, watu wa Kakamega wasimame na wabunge wao. Wale watu wa ODM wote walichaguliwa, mmeona Ladwa kutoka Nairobi, Senator Sifuna kutoka Nairobi. Hakuna makosa mlifanya, na mtu asimtishe. Tuliamua, hata sisi kama wafanyikazi, viongozi wa wafanyikazi, tuliamua ya kwamba tutasimama na Raila Amolo Odinga, na tulisimama na yeye. Hatukufanya makosa na hatutafanya makosa, na nyinyi msimame na mbunge wenu, msimame na wabunge wenu. Mimi najua tarehe 5 mngoje na matokeo.
Tunataka tarehe 5. Tunataka tarehe 5 Supreme Court should declare the president of Kenya is Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga. Wangapi wanaunga baba mkono? Nyinyi mko na habari ya kwamba Raila Amolo Odinga ndiye alishinda kura ya urais? Mko na hiyo? Hiyo fimbo mlipitia Raila kura kushinda, pigia Barasa pia.
Hapa mpango ni wa Barasa.
Tarehe 5 baba wetu atarejea. Wale wamefungua mahoteli, mkule kwa hoteli, lakini kura kwa Fernandez Barasa. Asante.
For Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television, I'm Millicent Makoha.
All right, thank you, Millicent. Now moving on, the Movement for Democracy and Growth, MDG party headed by Ugenya MP-elect David Ochieng has officially decamped from the Azimio la Umoja coalition to Kenya Kwanza Alliance. Now speaking on Friday, August 26th, President-elect William Ruto announced that after weeks of deliberation with MDG, an agreement was signed to officiate the union. Ruto added that the union will help the new government meet its agenda for the next 5 years, now by ensuring that every region is represented and developed. David Ochieng, the party leader, noted that MDG was the piece of the puzzle missing in the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Chep Chumba Sharon compiled the following report.
Movement for Democracy and Growth MDG party has joined the Kenya Kwanza Alliance. The party leaders led by Ugenya Member of Parliament-elect David Ochieng were welcomed by President-elect William Ruto at the Deputy President official residence in Karen, Nairobi.
On behalf of the Kenya Kwanza fraternity, I wish to welcome my good brother David Ochieng and the Movement for Democracy and Growth party joining the Kenya Kwanza this morning. We have already signed an agreement with the MDG party to join the Kenya Kwanza fraternity in making sure that the agenda we have for the next 5 years, we are going to share in the delivery, in the management, and in the progress that we intend to make in taking our country forward.
The president-elect said MDG's move to join the alliance is part of the grand plan to bring together the whole country and get rid of politics of ethnicity.
This is a party largely from Nyanza, the former Nyanza region, and we are looking forward to forging the necessary partnership and building the necessary networks so that going into the future we can mainstream the people of Nyanza, the people of that region, in working with the rest of Kenya in ensuring that we build politics that are devoid of ethnicity, of unnecessary conflict, and ensuring that we build on the current momentum where the people of Kenya have made a conscious, deliberate decision to get rid of the politics of ethnicity, division, hate, and things that put us or put divisions amongst the people of Kenya.
President-elect William Ruto also asked the Azimio la Umoja leaders to stop intimidating the judiciary. Ruto stated the judiciary should be allowed to handle petition freely.
We are aware that our competitors destroyed the Kivuitu Commission. They destroyed the Hassan Commission. They now are on a mission to destroy the Chebukati Commission. We want to tell them it is not right, and we will not allow them. Because for us to live in a secure, predictable, democratic society, we must build our institutions so that the rule of law overrides the rule of men. And I want to ask all concerned and all of us in this space to give the IEBC its due mandate to do its job. We give the judiciary the space and the opportunity to do their work so that we can begin the journey of building our country and moving Kenya into the future.
Ruto further said he will visit the Nyanza region once the election process have been completed.
It is our belief that in the coming election, we will also have politics that are devoid of conflict and violence. We look forward to visiting Nyanza, campaigning in Nyanza, in all the 4 counties of Nyanza. Unfortunately, in this election, we were not able to visit any of the 4 counties of Nyanza because of matters conflict and matters violence. With the networks we are building with MDG and other political actors, and I want to thank the leaders who are here, the former governor of Kisumu, the Honorable Ranguma is here, the immediate former MP of Kisumu Town West, who is here, my good brother, the Honorable Olago Alwoch, and the immediate former senator of Kisumu, my good brother Fred Outa, and all the other leaders who are here. And I want to say that we are looking forward as Kenya Kwanza to building partnership with you and with other teams in Nyanza in ensuring that our programs, our plans, the agenda that we have for the country is seamless across Kenya. And it is our commitment as Kenya Kwanza that we will work with all leaders, those who are present here, those who are not here now, to make sure that we move our country to the next level.
On his part, the Ugenya Member of Parliament-elect said he has found a home in the Kenya Kwanza and is ready to work with Ruto to ensure his constituents and Nyanza at large get government services.
It's going to be smooth sailing now going forward, because we as MDG believe that most of the things that are in our manifesto, the things that we want to be done to make this country livable, to lower living standards for our people, to make living in this country bearable for our people, to improve agriculture, to improve infrastructure, to ensure that education is as cheap as it can be, lie at the heart of the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. So our coming here today is based purely on finding ourselves in the same policy direction, policy framework, and policy path. And we believe that as a party that is nascent, that is growing, we find umbrage and friendship in Kenya Kwanza, because largely Kenya Kwanza stands for peace, stands for justice, but above all, stands for all of us growing together without leaving anybody behind. We can never, as a country, grow if even a single part of the country, even a single human being in our country is hungry, lacks, or is in want. And I'm impressed by the fact that you've promised us in our discussions that you're not going to leave anybody behind as you go out in implementing the Kenya Kwanza manifesto.
Mr. Ochieng, who is the MDG party leader, fell out with the Odinga-led ODM party and formed his outfit in 2017. However, he joined the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition to defend his seat in the just concluded elections.
Kenyans are waiting to be able to afford unga, be able to afford sugar. Kenyans are waiting that when we go back to school, the children will not be sent back home. And these are things that matter to every Kenyan, and we hope that under our coalition of Kenya Kwanza, we're able to do these things with minimum noise, but making Kenyans feel that we have a government. We are happy to be here because we are recognized as a party, we are recognized as a people, and we are at the table where decisions are going to be made. Yes, President-elect, wishing you Godspeed.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that the courts will serve justice, and that, like you've said before, that justice, you'll accept it whether it goes your way or another way. I want to assure you that we'll stand with you here now and into the foreseeable future as we build a firm coalition that brings the country together, not cosmetically, but firmly for the better of the country.
Ochieng was accompanied by former Kisumu Governor Jack Ranguma, immediate former Kisumu Senator Fred Outa, and former Kisumu West Member of Parliament Alago Aluoch.
The agreement signed this morning between MDG and Kenya Kwanza Coalition is a lawfully and legally binding instrument which we as a party have been consulting on with Kenya Kwanza, and which contains clauses of respect between the coalition and our party, equality between the coalition leaders and our party, and in which we share the vision of Kenya Kwanza coalition to lead this country forward. We wish to have political tolerance in our country, devoid of violence, devoid of ethnicity. It is important, and that's why we are all here this morning. Your Excellency, thank you for welcoming us, and we want to say that as a party, we look forward to working together with Kenya Kwanza in running our country in the best way that we can.
I'm very, very proud that today we are coming in a coalition that will treat us with respect, that will treat us with decorum, that will treat us as equal partners. And this afternoon, I'm very happy that MDG has come to the winning coalition, that MDG has come home. I'm very, very proud.
Welcome to Kenya Kwanza. We are the coalition that has opened a new chapter, given this country a new deal, whereby we know that under the leadership of our President-elect, William Samoei Ruto, this country will start to realize the development that should have been in the past many wasted years when there was conflict.
What this country needs today is economic rejuvenation, which is what you believe in, I've discussed with you, which is what President-elect William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza is offering. So you'll find yourselves at home, feel at home. Karibuni Kenya Kwanza.
Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Sharon Chepchumba.
Right, thank you, Sharon. Now, Deputy President-elect Rigathi Gachagua has urged the electorate in Kacheliba, Pokot South, to turn up and vote for UDA's candidate on 29th August. Rigathi was accompanied by a section of Kenya Kwanza leaders allied to Kenya Kwanza, said it's the mandate of Kenyans to elect their leaders wisely without fear and intimidation.
Harambee! Harambee! Watu wetu mtatuangusha. Mtatuangusha. Naomba na heshima na nyenyekea, tafadhali watu wetu, mnichagulie huyu kijana. Mtanichagulia huyu kijana? Mtamchagulia akuje bunge na watu ya Pokot South. Maana ya kuchagua UDA ni kwa sababu mnataka mkue ndani ya serikali. Si serikali ya William Ruto. Mnataka serikali ama upinzani? Serikali ama upinzani?
Mount Kenya yote imeweka kura mingi sana ya William Ruto. Sio ni heshima kubwa. Sisi tunamshukuru sana na timu yote ya Mount Kenya. Sasa sisi watu hawezi Pokot. Tumejua sasa rais wetu ni William Ruto, governor wetu ni Kachapin, senator wetu ni Murugor. Sasa nini imepaki sasa? Si ni kukamilisha Kalekem na kumpatia naibu wa rais mwenye amekuja mpaka Chapareri ya heshima.
Si Ruto William ameingia hapa na mlimuona, na sasa atakuwa president, kwani atasahau Chapareri? Leo Gachagua kwa hii muda yake amekanyaka hapa, hata wakati atapanda zaidi juu atasahau sisi watu hapa.
Tarehe 4 ikitangazwa ni William Ruto. Maneno ya kung'oa reli hakuna. Maneno ya kujiapisha hakuna. Maneno ya nusu mkate hakuna. Maneno ya handshake hakuna.
Sasa tunaambia mzee awache hiyo maneno. Yeye alishindwa na William Ruto. Aende nyumbani Godo Express.
Sisi tutakuja hapa tusherekee sherehe ya MCA yetu, tusherekee ya Kaleke na tusherekee yangu. Tumekubaliana hivyo. Hebu mnionyeshe.
Wacha nione kura ya Kaleke ndio nimwambie William Ruto.
Harambee! UDA! Kasi ni kasi!
Right, Rigathi, they are speaking, the team of Kenya Kwanza. Now moving on, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition now wants the Supreme Court to strike out 2 petitions filed by Moses Kuria and Ruben Kigame ahead of the hearing of the case challenging William Ruto's election as the 5th president of Kenya. In responses filed at the Supreme Court on Friday, August 26th, Azimio flag bearer Raila Odinga and his running mate Martha Karua, however, supported 6 other petitions lodged on Monday. The petitions include those of activists Okia Omtata and Helef Khalifa, David Kariuki Ngari, Youth Advocacy Africa YAA, John Joroge Kamau, and Julia Chege. Reader Kerin Chebet compiled the following report.
Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition has asked the Supreme Court to strike out a petition filed by former Gatundu South Member of Parliament Moses Kuria in regards to the August 9th presidential election.
Isipokuwa chenye zilifailiwa na Moses Kuria. Hiyo ndio tunapinga na tumefile objection kwa hiyo kesi.
The Raila Odinga-led coalition argues that the Supreme Court lacks jurisdiction to hear the petition by Moses Kuria. On Monday, Moses Kuria filed a petition seeking the dismissal of election petition filed by Raila Odinga challenging the declaration of William Ruto as president-elect. In his petition, Kuria argues that Odinga and his party caused violence and should not be entertained by the court or granted the orders they are seeking. However, according to Azimio, Kuria's petition does not challenge the validity of the presidential election and should be struck out. Azimio submits that the instant petition filed by Kuria is not a time-bound litigation to be heard and determined within 14 days under Article 140 of the Constitution. At the same time, on Friday, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya legal team presented a compressed presidential petition from the voluminous documents delivered on a truck on Monday to a 40-page document. Lawyer Fred Orego, who is part of the legal team on Friday, said they reduced the lorry to 40-page petition in line with Supreme Court rules that a petition should have a maximum of 40 pages.
Leo tulipata stakabadhi kutoka mahakama. Kama mnakumbuka, tulikuwa hapa on Monday wakati tulileta hapa kesi yetu. Sasa leo tumeleta kitu inaitwa submissions, ambayo ni tumechukua zile makaratasi zote tuleta kwa lori moja, tumeziandika kwa pages 30, a summary ya kesi yetu. Sasa tumeleta yetu leo, alafu tumefanya response kwa ile kesi ilifailiwa na Kigame na Youth Advocacy pamoja na ya Moses Kuria.
Orego noted that the written submissions summarize their petition, which seeks to overturn the win of President-elect William Ruto, arguing the election was not free and fair and verifiable. Azimio's legal team also expressed support to 6 other petitions filed at the Supreme Court in relation to the presidential petition, including those filed by Busia Senator-elect Okiya Omtatah and Youth Advocacy Association. On Kigame's petition, Orego said they are ready to interrogate its details.
Ndio saizi tunazipanga tuende tuwapatie huko nje wakuwe nazo, wajue tutapinga hiyo kesi ya Moses Kuria. Hizo zingine ya Okiya Omtatah, ya Kigame bado tunaangalia, bado tujapata makaratasi zote, lakini hizo zingine za Youth Advocacy na Okiya Omtatah hatujapinga.
The Supreme Court had directed that all parties serve by August 27th, 2022. According to court's schedule, the pre-trial of the presidential petition will be on Monday and Tuesday, hearing of the case. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Rida Kering Chebet.
All right, thank you, Rida. Now, the Kenya Kwanza coalition led by President-elect William Ruto has lined up a team of 54 lawyers and 5 technical members to battle the election petitions challenging his August 9th election victory. The list of members on Ruto's legal team was revealed on Friday as the Kenya Kwanza coalition filed its submissions to the 9 petitions filed at the Supreme Court by, among others, Azimio leader Raila Odinga. Senior counsel Fred Ngatia will lead the team that also comprises senior counsels Kioko Kilukumi and Kiragu Githinji, as well as Professor Kithure Kindiki. President-elect William Ruto has unveiled a team of 54 lawyers and 5 technical members who will handle his presidential election petition at the Supreme Court. The list was unveiled during the filing of the submissions to the 9 petitions challenging Ruto's win. The legal team will be led by senior counsel Fred Ngatia, Kioko Kilukumi and Professor Kithure Kindiki.
What our feel is about our defense, we'll be talking shortly, but we will not do anything because the petitioners or any other party in the suit is prosecuting their matter in the public court. We will not fall in that trap. We don't want to litigate our matter in the public court because there's a court of law, the Supreme Court, that is a theater of litigation. So I think let us restrict ourselves to today's activity, which is filing our responses 1 day before deadline, and then when the last consignment comes, we'll be able to tell you something formally and leave it at that. But we would not want to litigate our case in the public court. That will be unprofessional on the form of these colleagues.
Other lawyers include Katwa Kigen, Dr. Linda Musumba, Dr. Muzomi Thiankolu, Professor Kivuza Kibwana, Elias Mutuma, Omwanza Ombati, Melissa Ngania, Samuel Chepkonga, Ababu Namwamba, Edward Muriu, Wilfred Nyamumati, Kipchumba Murkomen, Benson Milimo, Hilary Sigei, Caroline Jerono, Chris Ayeko, Lilian Wanjiku Nyaga, Hanan Hassan El Kathiri, Collins Kiprono, Henry Paul Gishana, Monica Nyuguto, Ian Chelal, Ntatu Ntogo, Umi Bashir, Dr. Korir Singoei, Dr. Duncan Ojuang, Adrian Kamodho, Winrose Njuguna, Soipan Tuya, Gladys Sholei, Nais Rab Ambani, Logan Christie, Jen Muhia, Emmanuel Kibet, Rosemary Wanjiku, Charles Nganga, Mbugwa Nganga, Alex Wamalwa, Manase Tune, Andrew Simiyu, Joseph Anjehi, Jared Mugendi, Githae Mumbura, Ham Lagat, Dr. Seth Wekesa, Gizinji Marete, Paul Musime, Kiprop Ruto Marimoi, Peter Lagat, and Kevin Michuki. The technical team include Raymond Bet of ICT, Edmond Kiprotich, Geoffrey Rono, Geoffrey Koech, and Duncan Kishamu, the statistician. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Bushabi Jr. Right, waiting for the battle Supreme Court. Now moving on, Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, IEBC, Embakasi East returning officer, the late Daniel Musyoka, was laid to rest in Muani village, Mwala sub-county in Machakos County on Friday. Musyoka's tortured body was recovered in Kajiado County after being reported missing by chairperson Wafula Chebukati a few days after the general election. He was last seen at the constituency's tallying center before he was reported missing. Chebukati led the commission in bidding farewell to the late Musyoka. Officials of the electoral body on Thursday held a peaceful demonstration in Nairobi protesting Musyoka's murder. They petitioned Parliament, the Inspector General of Police, and the Director of Public Prosecution to ensure that the culprits are brought to book. IEBC also eulogized the Gishugu returning officer Geoffrey Gitobu, who collapsed and died in Nanyuki, Laikipia County. Rima Wekesa brings us the full report.
IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati and Commissioner Abdi Gulie on Friday attended the burial ceremony of slain IEBC official Daniel Musyoka at Mwani village in Machakos County. Musyoka was reported missing by the Electoral Agency Chairman Wafula Chebukati after successfully conducting an election at Embakasi East.
The Commission wishes to make the following announcement. We wish to inform the country that our returning officer for Embakasi East constituency, Mr. Daniel Musyoka, has been reported missing while on duty at the East African School of Aviation Center. That is East African School of Aviation Tallying Center. Reports received by the Commission indicate that at around 9 a.m. on 11th of August yesterday, he was escorted to the from his house to the office, that's the tallying center, by his bodyguard at around 9:45 a.m. He excused himself to make a telephone call but did not return to the office. Mr. Musyoka's family and the Commission have been trying to reach him without success, and his duties are now being handled by the Deputy Returning Officer. A report of a missing person has been made at Embakasi Police Station under occurrence book number 24/11/8/2022. The Commission is deeply concerned about this unfortunate incident and calls upon the relevant security agencies to speedily investigate this matter. Thank you.
He was later found in Kajiado and positively identified by his two sisters at a sub-county hospital in the region. Chebukati reported that Embakasi East returning officer Daniel Musyoka went missing on August 12, days after conducting polls on August 9th. Among those who attended the burial ceremony were IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati and CEO Marjan Hussein. They were accompanied by Commissioners Abdi Gulie and Bol Moya. Mr. Mbolu was the Embakasi East returning officer in the just concluded general election.
Musyoka, as we fondly knew him, had successfully
conducted elections in the Embakasi East, a station that he had served from April 2022. Before his last tour of duty, Mr. Musyoka had served at the IBC for 10 years, having first been appointed as Constituent Election Coordinator for Kilome constituency in 2010. He was later transferred to North Horr in 2013, Machakos Town in 2015, and Kajiado South in 2017. The IBC family mourns a distinguished, capable, and competent officer. Mr. Musyoka was a very effective and professional election official, an amiable gentleman, a family man, and notably an outstanding patriot who has paid the ultimate price in the course of executing a key national duty.
He was found murdered at Oloitoktok in Kajiado County days after he was reported missing. He was 53 years old. Government pathologists have been unable to identify the cause of his death.
Take little note, but to us, Musyoka is one of the unsung heroes of our times, where honesty and integrity is not a common virtue. Yes, the bell may have tolled for Musyoka and Musando before him, unless the Inspector General of Police, Director of Criminal Investigations, and DPP put an end to these crimes at every general election. Through immediate and conclusive action, the bell shall surely toll for this country, its democracy, its constitution, and its people. May the soul of Daniel Mbolo Musyoka rest in eternal peace. That is the message from the Commission. I now wish to request to hand over a condolence message from the Commission to a member of the family. And as we said, we request that we be allowed to go back to Nairobi, where we have other pressing duties to do. And thank you, the people of Mala, for coming in large numbers to console with the family. Asante sana.
The AICC church priest said it is inhuman what happened to Daniel Musyoka, saying that he was a church leader, a treasurer, humble, caring, and sharing man. Musyoka left behind one wife, Tabitha Mbolu, and 2 children, Prudence and Isaac. May his soul rest in peace. Nerima Wekesa, Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
Right, thank you, Nerima. Now, 3 people, including a pupil, died after Kamiguru's school bus collided with a lorry along the busy Nairobi-Meru highway. The school bus, which was ferrying students to school, collided with the lorry on Friday morning in the Ntarene Market area of Meru County. Preliminary reports indicate that the school bus veered off the road and overturned on an adjacent cliff after coming into contact with the lorry. During the accident, the pupil, the school driver, and a pedestrian lost their lives. Those who sustained injuries were rushed to nearby health facilities for treatment. Traffic police were immediately deployed to the scene to restore normalcy as traffic was quickly building up. Police stated that they were undertaking investigations to determine the cause of the accident. After the accident, drivers plying the route were advised to approach the scene with caution, even as police and rescue services moved in to clear the wreckage. Further, the police cautioned motorists to observe traffic rules to prevent such incidents from happening.
We have lost 3 people, the 2 men and the 1 child. Hao wengine casualties wamepelekwa Nkobo hospital, na sasa tunataka kutoka hapa tuende hospitali Nkobo Consolata tuone situation yao iko namna gani. Otherwise ni pole kwa familia, pole kwa shule, pole kwa entire Kamiguru village.
Kuna magari mawili yamepata accident hapa Unja. Moja ilikuwa ni lori ya mchanga, ilikuwa imetoka Nkobo kwenda Kanyakine. Nayo gari ya shule ni gari ya kubeba watoto wa shule ya Kamiguru, ilikuwa imetoka Kanyakine kukujia watoto Nkobo. Kila wakati tunapatanga accident hapa, isi accident ya mara ya kwanza. Sinakuanga hapa accident mingi, tumesumbuka na accident kila siku, hata wiki haiishi bila kupata accident hapa. Ombi letu kwa serikali ni waangalie hii njia waipanue, juu accident zimekuwa mingi hapa. Hiyo si accident ya kwanza.
Umekuwa ni kama black spot, sababu mara mingi hapa magari mingi tumeitoa hapa kwa hii mto, na hii barabara hapa inaitwa Unja Factory. Magari mingi inakuanga imeanguka hapa. Kwa hivyo serikali inafaa ichukulie hatua kama watu wa Kenya, njuni wao wako na ujuzi wa kujua vile barabara, sasa washughulikie ndio hizi hazari tuweze kupunguza hazari hapa.
So sad story there now. The newly elected members of parliament have threatened to disband the Salaries and Remuneration Commission SRC for abolishing their sitting allowances even before they are sworn in. According to various reports, the newly elected lawmakers are planning to table a motion to disband the SRC after it advised the Parliamentary Service Commission PSC to scrap the sitting allowances. SRC moved to scrap car grants and allowances for members of parliament and members of county assembly elected in the August 9th elections. The commission's chairperson Lynn Mengich announced that the sitting and mileage allowances were also annulled in the new reviews. Among other changes, the SRC made all speakers and county executive committee members CECs were subjected to the new guidelines. The lawmakers are accusing the SRC of encroaching on its authority and want the Parliamentary Service Commission to challenge the decision in court.
They earn is a salary like everyone else, which is 710,000, just to give you the exact figure of what their pay is. And then they do have, so we've removed the plenary sitting, because the plenary sitting is actually, it's part of the 710.
Matters court. Every aggrieved party has a right to approach court so that you seek a legal redress for that particular issue that is hurting you. How are we prepared to go to court? Number one, we have a legal team that is very strong.
Right now, Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i has declared Monday, August 29th, a national holiday in areas where elections are set to be held. This includes Mombasa and Kakamega counties, where the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, will conduct gubernatorial elections. Other areas include Kitui Rural, Kacheliba, Pokot South, Rongai constituencies, and Kwanjenga Ward in Embakasi South, and Nyaki West Ward in Imenti North. The CS explained that the limited holiday would enable residents in those areas to exercise their democratic right. Matiang'i's declaration comes barely a day after 3 petitioners moved to court to compel the government to declare August 29th a national holiday to allow the residents to vote. The elections in the 8 areas had been postponed by the IEBC on August 9th following a mishap in the printing of ballot papers. Right, folks, I'm taking a quick commercial break. I'll be back with more news, so stay tuned.
A strong woman knows she has strength enough for the journey. But a woman of strength knows it is in the journey where she will become strong. Join Irene Mumbo Bushabi and Rita Kering on Prime Women Talk every Wednesday from 8 p.m. exclusive to MTV.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Is live at Hammersmith.
Barcelona is live from Damascus.
We're on the doorstep. For Maisha TV.
For Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television. For Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
Trusted news, trusted sources, trusted dissemination of information.
protect by all available means our territory.
Parliament must be careful.
Maisha Prime News, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Trusted, unbiased, authoritative. The stage is set. The time is now. Credible news. It is Prime News. Only on Maisha TV. Prepare for the beast. Informative, authoritative, unbiased. Welcome to Maisha News.
Engineering jobs can now also be found widely in the computer engineering, software engineering, nanotechnology, mechatronics, and many more.
Engineering tips in association with
Kongoni Technical and Vocational College, technology and innovation to meet societal needs.
It is a season of seriousness, and only the serious presenters come onto your screen.
Maisha Prime News and Maisha Prime Morning Edition. My hustle, my story. Maisha Prime Weekend.
Rida Karim Chebet, Millicent Makoha, Brian Gad. Only on Maisha TV. The stage is set. The time is now. Credible news. It is Prime News. Only on Maisha TV. Prepare for the beast. Informative, authoritative, unbiased. Welcome to Maisha News.
Alright, welcome back. My name is Bushabi Jr. This is Prime News. You're definitely watching the fastest growing TV station, Maisha TV. Now, moving on, Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha has allayed fears over the scrapping of the competency-based curriculum CBC should President-elect William Ruto be sworn in as the 5th president. Speaking to the media on Friday, Magoha explained that it would be practically impossible to do away with the new curriculum given the amount of money invested in the project. Further, he added that many students had already adopted the new curriculum, hence plans to abolish it may hit a snag. Additionally, He noted that the transition of grade 6 students to junior secondary will be smooth following the completion of teachers' training. Millicent Luamba followed up on that story and brings us the following report.
Magoha was speaking while commissioning Phase 2 of CBC classrooms at a senior chief of Musa Nyandusi Mixed Secondary School in the Kairati Ward, Kisii Central Sub-County. The CS called for prudent use of available funds, saying the budget was constrained until the new government finds means of raising more funds. He also added that the government has no intentions of raising capitation allocation.
Those who are shouting that capitation should be hiked, they should give us time, because government is already spending 25.9% of the budget, which means 1/4 of the budget on education, and we have 22 ministries. So that kind of heavy decision must be left for the incoming government, because they are the ones to manage it. Should kindly wait for the next government, who will then weigh and see whether they are going to take this money spent in education to 30% and how they are going to manage it from there.
The education chief also urged contractors of CBC classrooms in the area of fast-track completion of the infrastructure, as they were lagging behind other countries, some of which were at 100% completion.
The instructions are very clear from His Excellency the President. They are very clear that we ensure that there is prudent use of the money that we are given. Can we just have a children's political party where we agree that we shall complete the buildings, and by the time we leave, the 10,000 classrooms are there? And I think now that we are at over 9,000 classrooms, we are getting there. It is Kisii which is behind, countrywide. Just to tell you how things are, Central Region, which has 6 counties, they are at 100%.
Magoha castigated those criticizing the ministry for retaining textbook funds, claiming that the government was providing books to learners on a ratio of 1:1.
I also hear a little bit of noise that we are retaining textbook money. Of course we are retaining textbook money because we are providing textbooks at the ratio of 1:1. What people should be asking us is, are books in schools? Are our children having books on the ratio of 1:1?
Magoha has said that as a government, they are ready to ensure that CBC system of education will continue as planned by the government. Speaking in a celebration to open up CBC classes, he said that there are plans for teachers who are teaching class 7 and 8 to go back for training while working. He said that the government is ready to train the teachers starting from January next year.
There's a large number of teachers who you will be asking what will teachers who would have taught in standard 7 do once we normalize in January, and I think we shall normalize. Anybody who is thinking otherwise is not serious. We are going to normalize because we've done it before. Once we normalize, all these teachers who would have taught in standard 7 will go on that course where they can go for training while they are actually working. Are we together? So the government is well prepared in how to mainstream teachers, and I think the government that is coming must, as a matter of duty, train the teachers for grade 9 starting early next year. So for the purpose of transition, we are ready to roll.
Millicent Luamba, Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
Thank you, Millicent. Now, Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutyambai has confirmed that he is taking a break from office over a medical emergency. In a statement on Friday, August 26th, Mutyambai stated that he will be leaving the office effective Friday to seek medical attention. The IG of police, however, did not reveal what was ailing him, but assured the nation that he was advised to immediately proceed to a hospital for analysis and further advice. Deputy Inspector General of Police Nur Gabo will be in charge of operations at the National Police Station. And a section of Bungoma community living in Mombasa has thrown its weight behind ODM governor candidate Abdul Somad Nasir led by their chairman, Peter Gichamba. The community reiterated that they will be supporting the Azimio candidate and called on all the community members in Mombasa to come out in large numbers next Monday and vote for Nasir.
Sisi wanagema wa Mombasa, msimamo wetu ni kwamba tunajua au tunafahamu na tunawajua watu wote ambao wanasimama kiti ya gavana katika Mombasa. Na tarehe 29 kutakuwa na uchaguzi. Na tunawafahamu nani anaweza kutuongoza, nani ambaye hawezi kutuongoza.
Abdulswamad amekuwa MP wetu, kwa hiyo miaka amekuwa, Mungu amewezesha. Na saa hii msimamo wetu haujageuka kama wakina mama na watoto wetu. Ni huo. Siku ya Jumatatu 29 tunaenda kumpigia Abdulswamad Nasir. Bila kuangalia wapi, sisi msimamo wetu umekuwa hivyo. Hatujageuka upande wa UDA, hatuja upande, manake sisi kama akina mama tunaheshimu sana venye our president alituambia na muongozo ambaye alitupatia na mwenye alituambia kiongozi wetu kama governor wa Mombasa awe ni Abdulswamad Sharif Nasir.
Hapa tuko na mtoto wa Kishamba, tuko mtoto wa Nyeke. Hawa watu wanasupa Mombasa hapa ni watu 10 tu. Na 3 waliondoka. 8 tuko tayari kuendelea na Nasiri na tuna wasiwasi. Masoko yote kama kiongozi masoko kama Kamau. Masoko yote na support Nasiri wote moja kwa moja.
Candidate wetu katika Mombasa County ni Abdulswamad Sharif Nasir, ndio tutamobilize watu watoke wa mvotie Jumatatu. Kwa hivyo tuko na msimamo hiyo kwamba jamii ya Gema iko ndani ya Azimio katika Mombasa County. Watu wote wale wengine wale wachache ambaye wameenda huo mlengo mwingine wajue ya kwamba wameenda kwa ubinafsi.
Now the Africa Center for Disease Control wants synergy among African Union member states and on surveillance of disease outbreaks. This follows a reported outbreak of swine flu in Nakuru County, which has so far claimed the life of one person.
Are at risk of many more such outbreaks, even though we continue to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. So let us highlight each and every outbreak as a potential pandemic so that we can be able to arrest it quickly and effectively. In response, we have deployed a rapid team to support the Ministry of Health in Kenya in ensuring active case search, sample collection, and necessary countermeasures, both at the health facility level and at the community level as well.
Now, over 100 Juakali artisans in Naivasha are crying foul over the grabbing of part of the land by a group of influential traders in the lakeside town. The traders noted that nearly half of the land allocated to them by the national government had already been grabbed and residential houses constructed. With the new county and national administration now in place, the artisans were hopeful that the promises made in rescuing and addressing the sector ills would be fulfilled.
Kwangu sema tu at least wangaliliwa hii uwanja juu sasa mimi nifanye kazi hapa, nimefunzwa tu hapa sahi niko na watu wengine nafunza sahi ana sahi nafunza wengine sahi. Sasa tukiweza angaliliwa hii uwanja at least tutaweza kuwa tuko kwa ajili. Sahi nimeleta watu wengine nafunza sahi. Sasa na mimi wakikuja niwafunze wengine na wao wafunzane na hapa hivyo at least because tenda mfaa. Sasa tuangaliliwe tu hapo hivyo.
Wakati huu jua kali imekuwa imejengwa manyumba za mawe. Mpaka jua kali sasa inaenda kuisha. Sasa sisi mafundi hatuna nafasi. Ni kama tumefukuzwa. Juu hata mahali mtu anagongea unakuja unaambiwa hapa sio kwako, ondoka, nataka kujenga. Inajengwa nyumba ya mawe. Sasa imekuwa kama residential, sio jua kali. Juu sasa manyumba za kuishi ndio zimejaa. Unajua jua kali kazi yao ni kuchoma mabati alafu wanatengeneza kama majiko. Sasa hakuna nafasi ya kuchomea hiyo mabati. Mkichoma mnapelekwa mbele. Inasemekana ati mnaharibu environment. Sasa tunashindwa tutaelekea wapi? Tuisi wanajua kali tutajengea wapi? Tutaenda wapi?
Tumetufinyiria mahali pamoja. Kutoka huko nyuma tumekuja sasa tuko barabara. Nikumaanisha tukimalizia hao wako mwisho tunaenda barabara. Complaints zetu tukipeleka mahali na tunaambia wale wanaingia kwa serikali tuko na shida, wanakuja hawatatui yote kwa sababu wanashindwa wataanzia wapi. Sasa je, tunajiulizaga sisi ni mafundi wa kawaida tutaanzia wapi? Nani atakuja achukue kilio yetu ili atu push the way forward kwa sababu sisi hatuna hiyo nguvu.
Tunaweza omba serikali ituangalie upande wa jua kali. Ukiangalia jua kali hizi zingine kama hiyo. Serikali ya kaunti iangalie upande wa jua kali kama imenyakuliwa, wajaribu kufuatilia. Pia serikali kuu kufuatilia hiyo jambo.
Ombi yetu ni kama vijana. At least hizi jua tujengewe mashade. Sasa hii yenye tumekuta hapa, tumekuta hii uwanja imegilabua sana. Then kwa kufanya kazi mvua ikinyesha jua inatuchoma sana. Na sasa hii tuseme tena kuchoma mbati kuna venye tunaenda tunapeleka mbio. Hivyo maombi yetu ni at least wakubwa waingie kwa hizo industry, kwa hiyo maafisi zao waangalie hii waje jua kali at least wafikie hapo juu tuangalilie what next.
Ningeomba serikali yenye inakuja itufanyie pefa, ikuje tu kwa ground ione vile huko. Ituambie kama ni jua kali ama ni nyumba za zimejengwa za kuishi.
And learning was paralyzed at Makohokoho Primary School in Gatundu North, Kiambu County, after irate parents stormed the school accusing the school head of mismanagement and embezzlement of funds. They were demanding explanation from the school head on his manner of running the school.
Tuko na majani chai yenye inalipwa inaigisaga 1,500 na akiulizwa hii mambo ya pesa ya majani hatakagi kuulizwa hata swali moja. Akiulizwa mahesabu aonyeshe wasasi, anakataa kuonyesha wasasi hesabu ya chai.
Hii mtihani yenye tunafanya watoto wanafanya ya class 6 hata wa class 8 hakuna kushika watashika juu hakuna kitu wamesoma. Huyu mwalimu asubuhi kwa barabara akienda, hao wengine wanakuja wakiwa warefi. Sasa hiyo ni masomo gani itasomwa?
Hawa wakubwa wamekuja wakubwa kutoka huko Kamwagi sub-county ya Gatundu North. Sasa saa hii tunawaambia wachukue mwalimu waende naye juu hatutakubali kuongozwa na mwalimu mkorofi mwenye ni mkora, mwenye kukula pesa ya wasasi na kutumia pesa vibaya.
Well, folks, with that story of Makohokoho Primary School, let me take a short commercial break. I'll be back with more news.
Are you looking for a reputable technical institution to enhance your technical skills? Look no further. Kongoni Technical and Vocational College is an approved technical training institute by TVETA, a college committed to providing you with quality programs and services that will enhance and enrich your technical hands-on skills to meet societal needs. It is a top-rated technical and vocational college in provision of training, innovation, and action research in Kenya and beyond. We provide quality technical vocational training and research in collaboration with stakeholders to produce highly skilled and innovative human resource. We offer certificate in general agriculture, diploma in entrepreneurial agriculture, diploma in general agriculture, artisan in storekeeping, certificate in computerized secretarial, certificate in supply chain management, certified in information studies, certified public accountant, diploma in accounting, diploma in supply chain management, certificate in ICT, diploma in ICT, certificate in welding and fabrication, diploma in welding and fabrication, certificate in hairdressing and beauty, diploma in fashion design and clothing, certificate in fashion design and clothing, among many. Kongoni Technical and Vocational College is located in Likuyani Sub-County of Kakamega County, next to Likuyani Sub-County headquarters along Kitale Eldoret Road. For more information, contact us on 0721927458 or 0712114908. You can also send your application to PO Box 4530-205 Matunda or write to us on email to kongonitvc@gmail.com. Kongoni Technical and Vocational College, technology and innovation to meet societal needs. Engage with us on Facebook and YouTube, Maisha Television Kenya, Instagram and Twitter at Maisha TVKE.
Let me tell you, when they give you a very good deal, okay, look for the hidden charges.
Yeah.
Period. Forget about the figures that you're seeing. Just look for the hidden charges. It is his prerogative to have a conversation with chiefs and sub-chiefs. It's just so if you ask him not to have a close relationship with them, it's like asking a doctor not to speak to nurses.
The big question is, are women experiencing gender inequality?
The male counterparts are being treated, so it's okay. Women have really been discriminated.
Tobias Hissa is my name. I'm the principal of Bungoma DB School.
The principal of Kibanda Mixed Secondary School.
Ni mwalimu mkuu wa shule ya watoto walemavu ya Nalonga.
Dr. Godfrey Murunga, the fourth principal of Kisiwa DTI.
I'm Zado Kunala, the manager for Kaimosi Friends Vocational Training Center.
This is Mbushangala Secondary School.
Maisha TV, the Kenyan channel pushing information to Kenyan viewers through digital television platforms.
Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
News.
Thank you for choosing Maisha Television for this broadcast.
Information.
The classes were in a poor condition.
Cultural programming. Coming to you through all major broadcasting platforms. Special in-depth coverage from around Kenya. Exclusive reporting from all across Kenya and the continent. Maisha TV presents high-class programming, engaging talk shows from our studios and outside broadcasting on a wide range of issues with trending perspectives.
I'm really asking our guys who are behind the camera to look for that clip and then play that clip.
Telling Kenyan stories you won't hear elsewhere.
The most wicked sight in my life
is to see his tongue hanging almost starting here.
Tangu corona ianze mwezi wa 3 tumekuwa na changamoto mingi.
Watching stimulating debates on a hot seat.
I guess. Wait, I don't know. Wait. Let me tell you. Wait. No.
The latest happenings from around you on Maisha Prime. The Prime Talk shows connects us with realities of life. Hivi sasa, looking at your everyday life.
Wazazi wameweza kuwapa uhuru watoto wao na ndiposa
and local business, finance and investment.
Some levels of smuggling of sugar.
Maisha TV digital platform engages users everywhere through multimedia approach technology. A Maisha television digital platform, your local and continental channel platform where you choose it, watch it and love it.
Alright, welcome back. You're watching Maisha Prime News and my name is Bushabi Jr. and this is Maisha Television. Now let's shift focus to our education segment.
St. Andrew's Matulo Secondary School, headed by Madam Patricia Lugadiro, has become an academic giant pushing for the high academic index and a holistic student growth. The school is located in Webuye West Sub-County in Bungoma County.
My name is Patricia Lugadiro. I'm the principal of St. Andrew's Matulo Secondary School. It is a mixed school in Webuye West Sub-County, Bungoma County. I reported to this institution in January 2022, the third week of term 3. Our session is 500